My name is Jacksepticeye, and welcome back to Agar.io.
Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier, and welcome to Agar.io.
You can do it! Hi, Josh. Is that you?
Yo.
Yo.
Hello. Welcome.
Let's go.
Welcome with Agar.io.
Hello everyone, I'm OK Gaming, and welcome to the rise and fall of .io games. The internet has been around for a while. In fact, it's been around since the 1960s, serving as a communication service for militaries. Although, that isn't the internet we know and love today. The internet opened to the public at the start of 1983, and since then, it's gone through more phases than a single person can count. One specific thing has stuck around for nearly the entire time, however, and that is entertainment. Everyone on the internet is there to be entertained or informed. If you're watching this video, you can guess which one you are. The specific things that entertain you, however, have changed over the course of the internet. Games have always had a share of the World Wide Web, and today we're going to be discussing the rise and fall of a very famous category, .io games. I.O. games have been around for a while. The first of which, Cursors.io, was created back in 2014 as an experiment to see what people would do in certain situations. There were low stakes, meaning little risk and little reward. It was a small game to test actions when they didn't really matter. After that, I.O. games started to pick up a bit. The second to come to fruition was Agar.io, one of the best performing games. It was made by a 19-year-old Brazilian developer named Matthias Valadares. Once he made it, he posted it on 4chan, a popular forum website. From there, it grew and grew, and in a few weeks' time, YouTubers and streamers picked up on it. Content creators such as Jelly, Kwebbelkop, and Markiplier all created videos boosting this new game. Agar started a revolution in the gaming industry. Games with thousands of hours put into their coding were being overtaken by these seemingly simple games. They looked like they could be created by anyone with a small amount of coding experience, and could be created in mere weeks. To push just how popular these games were, in 2016, GTA 5 had about 27.5 million players, putting it very high up in the rankings. Meanwhile, Agar.io had 30 million players per month. This means that while GTA was doing good at 27 million plays, Agar had 360 million plays and was the most searched game on Google. Agar wasn't the last, however. The fame from this made other people realize that 1, these games did well, and 2, they were easy to make. This spawned countless other popular games like Slither.io, Wings.io, Deep.io, Zombs.io, and so many more. So many of these took off, and a new phase of gaming officially began. These games reached numbers never before seen. They broke records and flooded the internet with all sorts of content surrounding them. Videos drowned platforms, content being created by the second and not slowing down. The reign continued for a very long time and slowly decreased in 2018. These games were still popular though, just not as popular as they were before. They were still all getting millions of plays per month, however, the rates just weren't as good. There was a single event that lowered the play counts of all of these games, although it wasn't even directly related. Adobe Flash Player was a software platform that supported a whole lot of internet culture. Browser game sites such as Cool Math Games, Happy Wheels, and a whole bunch of smaller ones all ran off Flash. The issue was that Flash was shutting down, and it officially closed on December 31st, 2020. This meant that all of the sites that ran off Flash had to make a decision: shut down the site or convert all of it to HTML5. The large sites made a lot of revenue, so it was a no-brainer to spend the extra money to get it converted. The small sites, however, didn't really have much maintenance and decided to call it quits there. While most of the I.O. games already ran on HTML5, the death of Flash signified the death of browser games to most people. From that point forward, the attention was shifted from the lower quality I.O. games to the high quality games with more substance to them. Games such as The Last of Us, Resident Evil, and so many more finally got the recognition they deserved, even though many of them were popular before. Getting nominated for Game of the Year isn't a small feat, and now that they were in the limelight, there wasn't anything that the I.O. games could do to save themselves. Sure, some games such as Slither.io are getting a decent amount of plays, but 2 to 4 million per month for a browser game is a small amount compared compared to their prime. I decided to make this video after I was bored and tried to play one of my favorite .io games from a while back. It was called Narwhal.io, and while it still ran, I was the only player online. I tried to play another favorite of mine called Zombs.io, and the site had been shut down. After that, I went to Bonk.io, and there were a tenth of the people online compared to the last time I had been there. It seems like the only games that are still working properly or still getting some plays are the classics, like Agar.io and Slither.io. It's understandable, as the smaller ones lost all their players once they went out of fashion. I noticed something strange, however, which was that even the games that are still fully functional just don't feel the same as they used to. Maybe it's me growing as a person and having different tastes, but it just isn't how it used to be. The internet works in mysterious ways, and with the majority of devices being portals to this infinite world of funny, informative, or terrifying things, it is bound to have its phases. While .io games were common culture for a long time, they have crumbled into a small figure of what they once were. At the end of the day, we can realize that nothing lasts forever, and people are always changing and finding new interests. The internet is a massive example of out with the old, in with the new, and it seems these browser games have been swept under the rug. No matter where the internet ends up in the future, we can always look back on IO games. Thank you. I'm okay at gaming, and this has been the rise and fall of .io games.